The respective minister is responsible to explain why such a law is needed to the country in present. And also MPs can then debate its merits and demerits, and they can finally decide whether they are going to vote or not. If the bill passes this stage, it moves the next, because this is a deciding stage. Once the parliamentarians have voted in favor of the bill, then bill will be approved and it will go to the next stage. But if the majority vote against the bill, unfortunately the bill will be rejected. That's the outcome. So third stage can be regarded as the committee stage. What is committee stage? This is where detailed scrutiny takes place. Mark my words, this is where detailed scrutiny takes place. For most bills, this happens in a public bill committee. There are standing up committees in the parliament. Around 15 to 60 members could be found in each committee who are from different parties in the parliament. So they will be examining the bill line by line, clause by clause, word by word. This stage is highly important when it's come to controversial bills. So the committee will be finally deciding on the amendments, and they will reporting it to the both houses of the parliament in report stage, which means the fourth stage will be regarded as the report stage. So once the committee has finished, the bill returns to both the houses, House of Commons and House of Lords. All MPs can now consider the changes made in the committee proposals and the amendments. So during report stage, most importantly you need to understand, unlike the committee stage, here new clauses can be added or removed. New clauses can be added or removed. So fifth stage can be regarded as the third reading. What is third reading? This is the final review in the House. This is not the final stage. You need to clearly understand the differentiation between final review and final stage. This is not final stage. This is the final review in that House, the respective House. So the debate focuses on the final version of the bill. Here we are not going to go quite in detail, where overall discussion can be happen upon this bill, and a final vote can be conducted. If passed, the bill moves to the other house. For an example, if this process started from House of Lords, at the end of if the bill is lucky to get through in the third reading, then it will go to the next house. In instance, House of Lords. If it has been started from House of Commons, it's go to House of Lords. And finally, we need to talk about Royal Assent. Royal Assent will be the last stage of parliamentary lawmaking process. Once both the houses agree on the text, the bill is sent to the Crown or to the Monarch, either to approve, for approval. The bill will be sent to the Monarch for approval. But I need to tell you something. This stage is largely has become a formality today. When it's come to the present context, this stage will be regarded as just a formality, a mere formality. Because I would like to tell you all an example of where in 1707, Queen Anne Mary, she rejected giving her royal assent to a bill called Scottish Military Bill. So, starting from that point onwards, this stage became a formality. Today it has become a formality. When it's come to the current context, today it has become a formality. So, okay, let me come back. Once the royal assent is granted, or once the royal seal of the monarch is granted, the bill officially become an act of the Parliament, which means that bill has now become the law of the country. In that light, there are some other minor details to be discussed when it's come to the House of Lords' power to reject their vote, and also the commencement of the bill, and when this the power of the monarch in depth. We have to discuss all these things, but I don't think the time would permit us to go in depth. So let me finally talk about the advantages and disadvantages of lawmaking process of the Parliament. First advantage, I would say, it is entirely a democratic process, because we know very well the public, the people will use their valuable votes, and they will be sending representatives to the Parliament to make laws on behalf of us, in order to make laws on behalf of them. So that is a way in which the people, the country people, the general public exercises their democracy. So when the parliamentarians are making laws on behalf of us, that is a nutshell of where we are exercising our democracy. Also, since we have multiple stages, multiple readings, that is a good process of scrutiny in order to filter the bill and finally to have a good law in the country. And also, since we have green paper and white paper process, the pre-legislative process, the public participation also can be seen. So public participation is also one of the vital advantages of this lawmaking process of the Parliament. And also the flexibility. Parliament can quickly respond to a new situation or to a new need which is arising in society. And also, since the laws passed by the Parliament, since, as I already told you, Parliament enjoys its sovereignty, its supremacy, it ensures the legal certainty in the country. It ensures, when we say that other bodies cannot override the laws made by the Parliament, it upholds the legal certainty. So these can be regarded as the advantages of parliamentary lawmaking process. On the other hand, we have several disadvantages as well. What are those disadvantages? The first disadvantage that I would say is time consumption. This process seems to be very slow. So time consumption can be regarded as one of the great disadvantages, one of the great drawbacks. You all know very well the lifetime of the Parliament is 5 years. So when it consumes more time, then how can the government make more laws, and how are they going to fulfill their manifesto promises to the people when they take such a long time to pass 1 or 2 acts? And also, the language is complex. It's hard for the people to read and understand. The reader could not understand the context of many laws at ease. So the complex language could be another disadvantage. And also, we could see the domination of the government. Government will be, many bills comes from the part of the government. And also the lack of expertise. MPs are not always legal experts. So lack of expertise can be also regarded as a vital drawback in the lawmaking process of the Parliament. And finally, the public awareness is limited. Few people knew how the stages of lawmaking process, but I dare a majority of the people are not aware of this. So let's take a quick example. Coronavirus Act 2020. Due to such an emergency situation, UK government fast-tracked this bill through all stages in few days. So normally such a process takes months or even years. But Parliament can accelerate in it when it's come to urgent or emergency situations. So this shows us, while the process is formally, the general process may be lengthy and time consuming, but still the point need to be highlighted is Parliament retains flexibility when necessary. Let me repeat. Parliament retains the flexibility where it's necessary. So due to an emergency situation, Parliament can speed the process. This process can be conducted in a speedy way. So, since as per this request of many students, I have given you all an outline overview regarding the lawmaking process of the Parliament. So, let me wind up today's video by way of summing up a conclusion. So, as I already started, let me recap. The parliamentary lawmaking process ensures that laws are democratically made, publicly debated, and legally precise. From an idea up to an act, from an idea to an act, every stage plays a role in ensuring fairness, accountability, answerability, and clarity of law. So next time you hear about a bill in the news, mostly that happens, you will know exactly what that means and how it travels through the lawmaking process of the Parliament. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe and share the video. So it will be useful for others to get a glance of this video. See you in the next lesson with another useful lesson. Thank you. Take care. Have a good time all.